Hip-hop is the genre with the most beautiful, poetic and profound lyrics. No amount of Post Malone interviews, Ben Shapiro brain rot, or whatever it is that this specimen does, will convince me otherwise. This was the core message of my last video, where I took 5 of the most beautiful lyrics in hip-hop and broke them down. You guys seem to love it, a part 2 was heavily requested, and who am I to let the people down? So, I've spent the last few weeks pondering, soul-searching, gazing upon the stars, and I'm pleased to say that we are back. 5 new lyrics by 5 new artists. Well, that's a lie. It's actually 4 new artists. One of them is so damn good that he made it into both videos. Huge shout out to whoever in the comments can guess which one of these artists from part 1 made the cut again. Now, before I start, the same disclaimer as last time. This is not an objective list. These are purely my picks. Please do leave me a comment letting me know which artists and lyrics would have made it into your version of this video. And secondly, let me know where I should go from here. I would love to make a part 3 to this video, but I'd equally love to break down different types of lyrics. Maybe funny lyrics, motivational lyrics, unhinged lyrics. I have a lot of those. So please let me know what you'd like to see. And hey, maybe your idea will make it to the next video. Anyway, without further ado, let's break down 5 more of rap's most beautiful lyrics. What's your current frontrunner for the best song of 2025? If you answered Birds Don't Sing by Clipse, then I think you and me would get along pretty well. What an absolutely gut-wrenching tribute this song is to both of their parents, with Push and Malice using their respective verses to explore the passing of their mother and father. The lyric I want to talk about in today's video is the opening bar from Malice's verse, in which he paints the image of the 12th of March 2022, the day that he found his father deceased in his own house.
Your car was in the driveway, I knew you were home. By the third knock, a chill ran through my bones. The way you miss mama, I guess I should've known. Chivalry ain't dead, you ain't let her go alone.
Notice the immediacy with which Malice puts us, the listener, in his own head that day. We see the events from his point of view. We see the car in his father's driveway. We see him knock 3 times on the door, and we feel the panic, the chill in his bones when he receives no answer. Notice also how Malice is not telling us the story in third person. He's not saying his car was in the driveway or he was home. He is saying you were home, your car was in the driveway. He is directly addressing his father, giving us the effect of listening in on a tender conversation between father and son. And this is what makes the next 2 lines so heartbreaking. Never truly recovering from his grief after the passing of the mother of his children, their father, ever the gentleman, does not let her go alone into whatever comes next. In reality, he passed only 4 months after their mother. Who knows? Maybe they're together right now, never to be apart again. Maybe they were looking down proudly as their sons performed this very song at the Vatican, the first hip-hop act to ever achieve this honor, taking the genre to cultural heights it had never reached before. Hey, it's a nice thought at least. Now, I consider myself to be one of the biggest JID fans out there. You can at me on that in the comments if you want to test me out on it. So I'm not coming to you with an obvious JID lyric, no. This one is a deep cut, but at the same time, it's one of my favorite lyrics ever. This lyric is from his feature in Far Away 2, a beautiful Jessie Reyez song about being forced to be apart from someone and loving them from a long distance. Once you muscle your way through a genuinely atrocious NBA Youngboy feature,
I know you wanna be my shawty like a midget.
You arrive at JID's verse. As he always does with features, JID picks up on the song's concept perfectly and delivers this beautiful rumination on the concept of distance, seeing our characters come together in a dreamlike state, despite being physically far away from one another. Before I play the lyric though, I want to specifically highlight the first 2 lines. These 2 lines on their own, despite being short, feel so incredibly poetic to me in a way that is hard to put into words. He says, "Bring your heart here, far away is not far away, far is near." These words feel so balanced, so symmetrical to me. Even these 2 lines alone would be beautiful enough, but JID goes on to paint this incredible image of our 2 characters, separated by distance but united in their dream, gazing at a serene landscape together. Listen to his lyrics here, they're like brushstrokes, painting a watercolor image.
Give your heart here, far away is not far away, far is near, a waterfall, the blue is clear, a golden sunshine sets and Luna appears in silver. We gaze into the steady calm ocean like a mirror, making love and then snap back to life and you ain't here.
The couple are connected by intimacy, and yet all too suddenly they are snapped out of their dream. Our character wakes up, and he's alone once more. Okay, on to lyric number 3. But first, if you're enjoying this video, please do consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell. I'm a small channel just starting out, and I'm working on building a community here on YouTube based around thoughtful analysis of hip hop and music in general, as well as films and TV and politics and the spaces where all of these things come together. It's been amazing interacting with you guys in the comments and on my community posts, and I'm really grateful for what we're building here. I've posted a few deep dive breakdowns on my channel so far, including one on Kendrick, one on Mac Miller, MF Doom. I have another big one on Kendrick that is turning out amazingly so far. That's going to drop next week, so stick around for that. I'll get back to the video now, but please do leave a sub and hit the bell, and leave me a comment letting me know which rappers you'd like to see me make a video about in the future. Dear Mama by Tupac is the song that made it acceptable to acknowledge that beneath the toughness and bravado often associated with street life, there's a deep, vulnerable connection to motherhood there. As the years go by, I hope that the impact of this song is never lost on each new generation of rap listener. The lyric I have chosen, I picked because of how simply yet powerfully it speaks to the corrupted innocence of Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, a victim of the crack epidemic whose life was marked by political activism, legal battles, and personal hardship.
And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was the black queen, mama.
This lyric captures something much deeper than personal struggle. It points to the way the crack epidemic devoured the lives of countless black women who were already carrying the weight of structural racism and economic abandonment on their shoulders. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, black women were hit with a double burden. They were disproportionately exposed to addiction through the communities that had been destabilized by segregation and poverty. And they were punished more harshly than they were helped, facing criminalization instead of care. Tupac's lyric honors women like Afeni Shakur, not by erasing their flaws, but by recognizing that their dignity, strength, and motherhood existed in spite of the systems designed to break them, affirming their humanity as black queens in a society that rarely did. Okay, if you guessed that J. Cole would be the rapper to make it into both of my videos, then congratulations, you were right. In my last video, I wasn't sure if I would get flamed for mentioning Cole as a top tier lyricist, because I know that the internet loves to dunk on him nowadays. However, I was either wrong, or my video didn't hit the algorithm of Cole haters, because the comment section was a very Cole positive place, which is great, because I have a million J. Cole lyrics that have really stuck with and helped me throughout the years. Such as this one from his feature on Joey Badass's Legendary. This lyric is all about finding peace and balance in a turbulent world.
On the feelings done, perhaps I was foolish, just like a boy that prays to only see the sun. Maybe life happens like tides. 1 minute you're low and feeling shallow, then all of a sudden you rise. Just ride the wave, I say to myself.
Maybe some will view this as a bit on the nose, but I love the line about the foolishness of a boy who prays to only see the sun. Firstly, his use of the word boy does a lot to show the youthful naivety of his mindset. When we were little, we wished only for the positives in life, with no darkness amidst the sunshine. But as you get older, you learn to embrace life's challenges, and maybe even see the beauty in them. This leads perfectly into his idea that life happens like tides, full of ups and downs, and that the best you can do is ride the wave, embracing it all and understanding that none of this is permanent and everything will pass. Ultimately, I love that he ends this line with the words, "I say to myself," reminding us that Cole struggles with this too. This is not something he's perfect at, it's something he has to constantly remind himself of. He's not preaching to us, he's just sharing the wisdom that he tries to follow. Alright guys, the last lyric is a good one. For those of you who watched the last one of these videos, you may remember how I ended on a beautiful Black Thought lyric, and I discussed the concept of micro storytelling. Well, I thought it would be fun to end on another incredible micro story lyric, this time by the highly slept on Noname on the highly slept on Don't Forget About Me from the highly slept on album Room 25. A modern classic in my eyes, but that's a different conversation. The image Noname paints is of a young mother with cancer, looking after her child as her own health deteriorates. We meet her at the dinner table with all her hair gone. I'll play the lyrics through and then I'll break them down.
Your family looking like a prison. Your mama at the table crying all her heck on. Feeling fishy, finding chemo, smoking seaweed for calm. These Disney movies too close. You tied on email, no name, thank you for your sweet telephone. It saves lives. The secret is I'm actually broken.
Noname uses an aquatic semantic field to paint the image of her condition. She describes her feeling fishy as smoking seaweed for calm, an allusion to medicinal marijuana which is prescribed to cancer patients. And she says she's finding chemo to allude to her treatment. The reason for this aquatic Finding Nemo-esque semantic field is revealed in the next line, in which she says, "These Disney movies too close." My interpretation of this line is that her child is sat too close to the television, a classic grievance that mothers are always nagging their kids about. But it might also be that it's too close to home for this child, because there's a parallel to be drawn between the child and Nemo himself. In the movie, Nemo loses his mother early on and has to grapple with a life without her. Perhaps we are to imply that this mother here is fighting a losing battle with her sickness, and soon this child will have lost her completely. Ultimately, the child writes a fan email to Noname, thanking her for her sweet telephone and telling her that it saves lives. Now, if you don't know, Telephone was Noname's previous album. Clearly then, this album has been helping the child through these dark times in a way that only music can. In a heartbreaking final line, Noname reveals that the secret to her ability to create such moving music that is able to help people through such hard times, is that she is actually broken. As an artist, Noname takes her pain, her vulnerability, her brokenness, and puts it into music in the hopes that it can help people. Because when it does, as we see here, it's a truly beautiful thing. And yet people think that hip hop is all about sex and drugs and money. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, please do subscribe and hit the notification button. And leave a comment and a like if you're feeling generous. It does a huge job in helping me in the algorithm. Plus I would really like to hear your favourite rap lyrics, as well as where you think I should go next with my content. Thanks for watching.